Hi, guys. My name is Kelly Thompson Hollins, and I am going to kind of walk you through the career plan with Pampered Chef and also tell you about our Cruisin' on Up program. Okay, so let's jump right into it. So, all right. Do you want more from your business? Or maybe you're just starting your business, right? And you want to know like all the steps and the basics and all that. This is perfect to be in this program. Or maybe you've been in it for a while and you just have decided that you want more, right? So usually people that want to do these trainings are looking for more income, to provide for themselves and their families. Okay. And you don't have to be great and you don't have to be perfect, but you do have to start to be great. Okay. So saying yes to this program really will give you an edge in your business. Okay. So let's see. Just so you know the basics here, as a consultant, you start at 20% commission, and maybe you've already seen a commission chart, but it goes from 20 to 25% based on your sales for each month, right? But when you've reached 15,000 in career sales, you get a 2% commission increase. Okay. So that means you can get up to 27% on everything you sell as a consultant. Okay. So that might not sound like a lot, but a little of a lot is a lot, right? And you may have heard Jody Dillman say that before, which I love because it's true. That 2% increase has made a huge difference for myself and others on that are Pampered Chef consultants, right? But there is another way to make more commission on your sales and on other sales, and that's when you build a team. Okay, so and I'm going to walk you through that, but when you build a team, when you have people that join, you get an additional percent when you get that first person and they sell at least 150 in sales in that same month as you. You're going to get a 1% increase on commission on both your sales and your team member sales. Okay. Also, when they submit at least $1,250 in their first 90 days, you get 50 PC dollars. And if you don't know what PC dollars are, they're kind of like a little fun, like debit card type thing that you get with Pampered Chef. You can use it towards catalogs or supplies of any sort. Also, you can use it on conference, which is amazing, or any other event. I can't talk. You also can use it to give away to your consultants, stuff like that. Okay. So it's really cool. And as you keep going, like when you have two people that you've had joined, I can't talk, join your team, then you get 2% commission when they have at least 150 in commissionable sales in the same month as you having at least 750 in commissionable sales, which again, I'm going to show you this. But basically, once you have at least two people under you, you get more commission, right? So again, now you can get up to 29%. So that's a big deal. That can make a big difference, right? So this is what I was talking about. So when you have one person join under you and they are active, meaning they've had at least 150 in commissionable sales in a month, you are now a senior consultant. And a senior consultant makes on average, with that 1%, right? With that 1% increase in commission, they make on average 6.3% more than a consultant with the same sales. Okay. But a team leader, someone that has at least two under them, makes on average 14.5% more. See how that percent in commission that doesn't sound like a lot actually means a lot more? Exactly. So I'm going to keep showing you through the career chart here how that works. All right, guys. So director is the best goal. It's the goal that you really do want to put at least in the back of your mind or in the forefront, which is where you're going to get so much more out of Pampered Chef, right? And you're going to get up to 30% commission on your personal sales. You're invited to a monthly nationwide leader call. You have access to director only training and opportunities. Also, you get to know information first, which is amazing. You get an increased discount on your personal orders, and that's just the beginning. Okay, so how do you become a director? You have to have 5 people under you in any way, shape, or form. So that means you could recruit one person and then they recruit 4 people. Any combination whatsoever. You and five people are all active, okay? And then we'll show you the amount that you need for all that. But the best way to remember is 5 and 5, and I'll show you what I mean. But first, I want to tell you again about those perks, okay? So there's a picture of me with all these products that came to my door, right? So when you're a consultant, you get the opportunity to earn products for free when they come out. But as a director, you also just get them, right? You have to hit some minimum, but it's very little. And, when you're a director in sales, but that's how we get two of everything. Okay. So that's why I have so much Pampered Chef that I don't even know what to do with it. Right. But I give it away as giveaways or to my family, to consultants, whatever. But it's also great when you're starting your business because you have all this stuff that you can show, right? You could do videos with it. You can use it when you're cooking. And it's just a great perk to never have to buy Pampered Chef, right? You just get it. You get 250 Pampered Chef dollars. Remember we were talking about that? And you're probably going to know your FedEx guy pretty well because he's going to be coming to your door a lot with goodies. Okay, so this is the nitty gritty, okay, of how to become a director. It's five people under you in any way, shape, or form, and you have to have at least 750 in personal sales. Each of them has to have at least 150 in commissionable sales, and together, including you and those people, have to have 5,000 in team sales. Okay. After that first month that you do that, all that matters is that you have 750 in commissionable sales and 5,000 as a team. It doesn't matter if it's just you or two of you or whatever. Okay. But guys, when you become a director, you get 3% more on your personal sales and your team. I'm sorry if you hear dogs in the background. You get a $10 bonus for every team member that's active that has 150 or more in sales. You get more incentive trip points, which I'll talk about. You get those products. We talked about that. You get the necklace that's so cute. But guys, when I say 3% more, again, a little of a lot is a lot. A director makes on average 44% more than a consultant with the same personal sales. And guys, we've done this, like we've looked at checks across the team and look at this, and it's so true. Okay. So with just the same sales, you can make a lot more when you build a team. And that's why we say you don't want to leave money on the table. Okay. So we were talking about those trip points. There's 5 different ways to earn trips, but your personal sales and helping others join the team are really what's going to get you points. But when you become a director, you get a bonus 5,000 trip points. And then every month you're paid as a director, you get another 1,000. Okay. And as you go up the career plan, you get more points a month just for your title. Okay. Now, guys, there is another way to earn another 2% more than all of that and to become a director without having anyone under you is to have 6,000 a month in personal sales and a rolling 75,000 in personal sales in 12 months. So what that means is let's say you sold 75,000 personally in 7 months or something, right? You'd automatically become an elite seller and a director, okay, no matter how many people are under you. If you're already a director, we would say you're an elite seller. But when you start selling this much, you want to talk to your director. They can explain this better. But this is how you get another 2%, right? Like this is how I'm personally making 33% on commission on everything I sell, right? So it is a nice perk and something you want to think about as you're building your business, as you're building to have that many parties a week and all that, okay? And it's just as easy to do one party as it is 4 in a week online and all that, right? Okay, so once you have another director under you, you can become an advanced director. And guys, this is where you make 4% more. And advanced directors make on average 473% more than a director with the same personal sales. Okay, you can quadruple or quintuple your income right here. Okay. So that's why we tell you about this. And it just goes up from there. Then there's a senior director, executive director, senior executive director, and national executive director. When you get to these levels, you do get a monthly car allowance You get money for attending conference. You get a free personal website. There's so much to this, okay? And I'm not going to go into grand detail, but I just wanted you to know it keeps going. It keeps going, guys, okay? It's a substantial income, okay? Really, advanced director and above is a substantial income, all right? So the first goal, team leader, then director, right? Okay, so that's why we want to do this Cruising on Up program with you. And it's great for if you're just starting or you want more for your business, like I talked about, right? We're going to go over the basics. We're going to go over bookings out of a party, how to get started, bookings in a party, how to keep them going, talking about how to have people join your team, how to make it natural and not pushy or salesy or spammy, right? And also, we are committing to you to provide you with this training, and it's going to be every Saturday for 6 weeks. Okay. So you are going to be online on a Zoom doing that with us, and then we'll have like a homework video for you, and you're going to want to check in with your director. Okay. So however you and your director do that. So if it's just, if you guys call each other, if you guys text each other, if you message, voice clips on Facebook, you're going to check in with your director as we're doing the program to let them know like how your bookings are going, right? So your commitment when you say yes to doing this program is that you're going to be working to book a full party schedule, which we'll show you how to do. You're going to share with others the opportunity. Again, we're going to show you how to do that. I'm so sorry about the barking in the background. Okay. You're going to participate in the weekly sessions, and you'll commit to checking in with your director. Okay. So what we do ask is that you must be on live. You do get one like get out of jail free card where if you have something pre-scheduled or something's happening that you can watch the replay, but we do ask that you're on at least 5 of the 6 live. And there will be some, booking requirements, but you're going to have a lot of time to get those bookings. Okay. So we're going to talk about bookings for a couple weeks. We're going to do a booking blitz right away, which is where myself, Brenda, and Jody and Shelly are going to be posting in a special group about different ways to get bookings, not even in a party, right? Like just kind of getting you started or back into it, how to get those bookings. You don't have to do all the ideas, but take the ones that sound good to you or until you get, a good amount of bookings going to get into the rhythm. Okay. So a booking blitz is just giving you ideas. You'll take the wording, the idea, and get those bookings. All right. So we're going to have a booking blitz. We're going to have 2 weeks where we just talk about bookings and how to do your host coaching. And that's phase 1. Okay. So that's 2 weeks. And then we're going to go into a phase 2 that talks about, recruiting and systems and how to, do stuff with your new consultants, all that, right? So you definitely want to try this, okay? So if you're like, "Oh, I don't know," I say go for it because, okay, especially phase 1, you can never hear too much about bookings. Never, because bookings are our business. No bookings, no business, right? So you've got to hear about that. And basically, especially if you're just doing online parties, it's all about your messages, okay? And we're going to teach you about that. So also, again, like once we get into phase 2, you're going to be, talking about team building, which I'm sure, like if you're new or you haven't done it before, I'm sure that sounds a little bit scary, but I got to tell you, no one will ever be offended that you offered them a job. You just won't. Okay, they won't. And the same goes for booking. Nobody's going to be like, "I can't believe you asked me if I wanted to get free goodies from Pampered Chef." Okay, like they're going to say no, thank you, or later, or whatever it is, or yes, So you just got to like feel the fear, go for it anyway, and just remember that you're not offending people. Pampered Chef has been around 45 years. People know it's a great, great company, and everybody eats. Okay. So, we're not, no offense to other companies, but we're not selling candles or jewelry or nail stuff or any of that. Everybody eats, guys. Okay. And when the economy goes down, our sales go up because the first thing that people get rid of is going out to dinner or ordering takeout. Okay. So many people are very much into cooking at home as well, okay? Or they hate to cook and they need better stuff to make it faster. That's where we come in. We are problem solvers. We're not exactly salespeople. We really are showing people things that they're interested in. Okay. So even if you've never recruited before, we're going to talk to you about who to ask and how it's going to be natural. Okay. So, do you want to thrive in 2025? If you want to join our next Cruising on Up group, you've got to tell your director, okay? Brenda, myself, Jody, or Shelly. You tell them that you want in, that you're willing to try this out, and we're committing to you to be there for you with your business because we're in business for ourselves, but not by ourselves. And then you're committing to us that you want some accountability and that you're going to show up for you and your business. All right. So I hope to see you there.